Hello everyone, welcome to the TinyHoopers channel, channel where I'm focusing on my basketball game when I talk about development, when I do some design sometimes, and where I'm ideally showing you everything and all the progress on the TinyHoopers game. It's been a long week and I've been busy on several fronts. I've been adding new features, the main one being the new training mode. And I also have been battling since last week some issue regarding the streaming, the current streaming. So since last week, I actually upgraded my OS from the previous one to macOS Tahoe. And I've been experiencing some issues during streaming. Mainly being performance issues and like the streaming getting cut pretty early in the stream. So hopefully the next one, well, this one won't have the same issue as the last one. And I hope I'll be able to stream for at least 1-2 hours, or 2 hours would be great. And yeah. So beside that, many things happen actually. So hopefully everybody's in great shape and doing well. Here in Tokyo, it's kind of really nice weather. It's pretty cool. We don't need coat anymore now. It's nice, always enjoyable. So one thing, I'm already gonna go straight to it regarding the development. So I've updated my environment a bit. So not only my macOS version, but as well the Godot version I'm using. So I used to be working on Godot 4.4 for a while, for the past year. I had no issues, but at some point, I think like you need to upgrade. You need to change because there's many new features that the Godot version has that were interesting for me. Usually, that's not something I would recommend if you during development. If you have a game that you're working on and you're using, whether it's Unity, Unreal Engine, or Godot, obviously, you're using a specific version, I would recommend like not updating till the end of production of the game, unless you have a really good reason. Because many times when you upgrade, you may have some breaking change, right? So those are the kind of things that need to be careful. But on my side, there's many things that I've been trying to integrate in the game, like advertising, for example, non-intrusive advertising. But I'm trying to integrate that. There's also the fact that now it's not a big deal, but so when I run the game, I can run it inside the editor. But it's been there for like since Godot 4.5, I think. But I've been waiting for everything become more stable before using it actually. And beside that, yeah. So when I was integrating advertising and some other SDKs, I actually faced some issues, and I thought like it was a good timing for me to upgrade to Godot 4.6. That's mainly the reason actually for me. So there's no real like technical reason about okay, I need that feature. It's not really like that. So it was kind of risky, but I mean, I made a backup. I upgraded to 4.6, tested it, because some SDK didn't really change behavior by using 4.6, but it's always better to be up to date anyway, especially for the mobile export, which TinyHoopers is for mobile. So hopefully I won't have any issue. We'll see. It's been 1 week so far. Everything is all good. So just let me check something quick. So let's see if it works if I do this. I'm just checking something with my... yeah, okay, good. Was just wondering if the everything was working well. So so I'm gonna do something right now. I'm just gonna double check the stream because it's already looking like my laptop is overheating, meaning that not responding. Really, it's true actually. Oh, I see. Yeah, so see? So that's the issue. It's still there actually, unfortunately. Still overheating, so the issue is still not fixed. Well, that's a bummer. And at some point, because of this, the stream is gonna stop actually. So the question for me is, yeah, I need to figure out what it is. Still the same issue. So I did some changes actually on my OBS. On my OBS setup, but it doesn't seem like it changed anything. Okay, so I started a stream for TinyHoopers and now I'm ending up doing a stream for OBS. Isn't it cool? Isn't it frustrating? How should I do that? Can't change it. I want to check something. Let me check. I want to check some features, but to restart the YouTube stream, click stop streaming in OBS, wait 5-10 seconds for the YouTube backend to reset, then click start streaming again using the same persistent key. Allow the stream to resume under the same URL. Also, the viewer may experience a new video segment. Okay. Yo! Hello Christian Lucas. So hopefully the stream is working well and you don't experience any issue. My laptop is being overheating in the past week as soon as I start streaming, which is an issue. So look, I don't know how long this stream is gonna last. It just seems like overheating, but looks like the stream is still smooth. So look, let's see how far I can go. And yeah, let's go. There's not much I can do anyway. All right, so the new mode. The new mode, it's training mode. So that's something I've been working. So not since last week, but actually this week. I started that this week. And it's already showing really interesting promises. So as of right now, to start training, I just added an icon here, and you click on it and it starts training. The idea is not to do that actually. The idea is to have like a daily training and everything is automated, meaning like you're gonna have like some kind of messages here. Or maybe I still use the same icon, but just when you click on it, you have the list of available training, then you can access that day. Number of experience points you can obtain, etc, etc. So, but for now and for the next version, I think I'm gonna probably submit a version for this week. If it's not crashing or anything, and so far it's not crashing. So the idea is to, so now it's starting the training right away. It's shooting, what the hell is that NPC is doing? Anyway, so yeah, so basically with the new training, I can actually automate many things. It's really interesting. For example, so it's just a layer plane. It's a really simple one, but and you have a number of reps. This one, I think I set it up to 3, I think. It's 4, okay, there may be something else. continue. Wow. Okay. And why is that? I think I put 5 maybe. Okay. So there's some other issues that I can fix that pretty quick. But basically, and then you start from the other side. It's not perfect, huh? So that's why I'm doing the stream. Ah, I fell. So the idea is to clean it up a little bit, and I didn't, and actually I shot without even... And I need to show the number of reps as well, where I am at. There's many things I need to do. So there's no results, there's nothing obviously, because I'm just working on it. But the idea is like I worked on the system of the new mod training, and the idea is like now I can kind of configure it and customize it the way I want. If I want to change it, if I want to add like a shooting training or something like that, I can easily do it. I just need to decide where I want to put the cone, decide that instead of having layup I want to have a shooting, and I can do that. So the focus was on this training system, make it flexible enough so that I can do pretty much anything I want. And I'm almost there actually, I'm pretty close. So I need to clean up some mess, but so okay, so the first mess to clean is like the character. When I move it, it's actually keep moving through when you change size, so I'm gonna do that. It's pretty easy, it should be easy. So where I'm at right now. So the training, I did that, okay, that's fine. Okay. So let me first clean that a bit. Is that a refactor? Yeah, refactor. But it's not only that I changed, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do is prevent the character to keep moving. And for that, I will just do prep changing side. So actually what I should do is deposit it over here, and I should change it over here. So which one is it again? So I need to set the direction to 0. That's basically it. Update it here, yeah. I don't know why I called it update it here, but okay, and I'm gonna do the same for if NPC. Yeah. Okay, so I reset the direction to 0. So it's as simple as that. So let's do it again. Oh, crash. Okay, on the base of Joker character 3D body, blah blah blah. Really? Ah, yeah, of course, updated. Doesn't exist. What the hell did I do? Alright, let's go. So by doing that, then between each, not reps, but when I change side, the character won't move automatically. Shouldn't. So training, again, it's just a test. So for the next version, that's what you'll be able to enter training and just doing that. Just click on the button and just start the training. Maybe I add a menu so that you can choose the training. It's just a way to test and see how people react to it. If they want, if there's some change to be. Oh, I need to double check the count actually because I'm pretty sure I set it to 3, but it's 3 now. Okay. Oh yeah, so it works. Cool. So the character, both characters don't move anymore. Great. Okay, and the result, we don't care. Really cool. It works. So I fixed that. So let me quickly. So I'm using GitHub for those who know. So basically, I'm just every time I make some change, I just push those change on the server so that it's kind of a snapshot. That's not the best way to explain, but fix character. Is now does not move, does not keep moving between changing side. I'm typing with big finger during side change. Okay, done. Okay, that one is done. So let me do another one. Just make sure everything goes well. Yes. Oh, okay, I see. I need to do something with that big button. It's too big. Oh, something I want to check as well sometime. Okay, is there a way for me to stop the NPC moves? I think there is NPC. Because I changed, but that's not what I should do for the NPC actually. Yeah, I should stop actions. That's what I should do. Okay, then in that case, so I need to double check that. So I can do that, but I will do stop. It's stop action, right? NPC manager. No, not this one. Okay. Hooper, I guess. Which one is that? Action stop? Stop action. But I think it's the is this one maybe? It's stop, yeah, it's handler. Okay, and I put 0 automatically. Okay, alright. And clean up, so I'm gonna do this that way, so action handler. Stop. think that should be it. Let's see. Okay. Good. They're both stopping. Okay. Should resume, I hope. Yes. Perfect. Great. And if I want to retry? That's funny. Ah, yeah. So it's because I do this, but I actually have to... it's when I show the result, right? So what I want to do now, it's when the training is over, I need to put some kind of, I need to put a small pause. It's too fast right now. I need to stop the action. So it means show result. Show result here, okay. So what I'm gonna do is training over. Handler, okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. So I'm gonna stop this, I'm gonna stop this, and I will wait a bit. Oh, no, I'm not gonna wait actually, I want to show a message. So maybe I wait just a little bit and then I show a message. And training. Okay. So I end the training, that's great. But I need to show a message. So this one, for example. Okay, on training over. Great work. Oh, depending on the result, I should put, yeah, could be interesting. Great work. And then maybe customize. I should probably increase that because otherwise nobody can see what I'm doing. Customize the end training message. So right now I'm just gonna put great work, then it's gonna go, after I show the message, it's gonna go here, then I'm gonna show the result, which for now it's empty, but that's fine. Okay, let's see. We'll start from scratch again. Okay. All right. Poppy's layout drill. Great, changing side. Great work. Perfect. I like when things go right. By the way, I don't understand what's going on with this one over there. Maybe I should not focus right now about it, but one thing, maybe I should increase a bit the message on screen. Changing side as well. And another thing is, like, I don't like the color of the message. I don't know, it's too blue. We can change that again. Oh, okay. Blue is fine, but I'm really not good at this kind of things. Finding the right design or way to show. And also title. And then to upper. No, it's upper. I don't remember. If I do this, for example, to up, I think it's to upper. To change to uppercase. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's see. Let's see how it does, how it works. Okay, so let's go to the training. All right, Poppy's library, nice. It's uppercase. Okay. Well, maybe, so as I said just before, like, there's many things I need to add. So I need to add a timer, which is like, it's not like it's gonna be a countdown or something or anything like that. It's just a timer to show you how long it took you to complete the training, the drill. And I'm gonna show as well the reps success. So if you miss, for example, then if you have three reps, then you're gonna see like 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, or etc, etc. So I'm gonna add that today as well. It's not complicated. And then what's really cool, it's like I can customize, I can change the configuration of the cones. I can decide, again I repeat, but I can decide what is the finish move, how the drill is validated. It can be a shooting from 3, a layup, etc, etc. Great works. And the result, which is for now it's empty, but what's going on with that suddenly? Anyway, I don't understand that. But yeah, I will put some result, the time it took, etc, etc. So that's cool. I'm gonna try again and see if it's not crashing if I do 2 training in a row. It's really nice. Missed, try again. But you see, the miss, I shouldn't have to try again. So there's another bug, because I missed. Wrong shot. Yeah, so the wrong shot, that's fine, but the miss, try again, is not. Okay. It seems like good enough. There's some little bug that's kind of weird. So the one I guess I want to fix is the when you miss. I should have done a try again. That's okay. So when you miss, it's telling you that you have to try again. It's fine, but in my configuration, there's a way to I can decide if for specific drills, if a miss is considered like as you failed, so you need to succeed, you need to complete it. You need to do a perfect. What should I do? I should be able to decide which one I want. But in this case, like if you miss, it's okay. It's counted as a rep. Like if you need to do 3 layup, you have the possibility to decide if like all 3 layup should be a perfect succeeded or not. Like you can complete the reps with 3 layup even if you miss, for example. That's an option I have. I can decide which way I want. And now it's like even a miss is counted as okay, not success, but it's counted as a rep. So you progress through the drills. But right now, for example, if I do that, oh, I missed. This one is not counted because it's not the right shot. Missed. Try again. Okay. That's weird. I need to double check that. Let's enter, so this one's gonna count. It's the wrong shot, so yeah. And I should show the message as well, wrong shot. Missed, yes, but it was a layup. Layup, got under the rim. Ah, under the rim, that's why. Area, so show me, for example. Current shooting area, action zone. Ah, valid area. Oh, that's why. I see. So that's why. It's because the area. Okay. Free throw, a 3 corner, and I should add some kind of like anywhere. Hey, Summer. It's been a long time. How are you? I'm fine. Looks like the stream is working for now. We'll see. We'll see. My laptop is a little bit overheating, but I don't know. Let me double check quickly. Yeah. The spotlight is the one who's taking too much. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Usama. I've been enjoying having you joining the stream. It's like I have like a co-pilot. So that's not the wrong shot, right? It's not a layup and it's in the paint. It's fine. So I'm testing training right now. It's a new mode. Changing side, okay. Layup, and it was in the paint. So I'm gonna try something else. If I do that, for example. Oh, I mistook. So it's not a layup, and it was still in the paint, okay. But it's still it's considered as miss, okay. Fair enough. This one is fine, right? Yeah. So the layup should be fine. It doesn't matter if you miss or not. But it says missed. Why did it say miss shot? Ah, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yes. Yeah, so if it's not, it's just gonna say it's missed, right? Regardless of, because the validate is somewhere. Okay, I think I got it. Validate shot, yeah. And then I set this one to true, so it doesn't tell me the reason. I need to kind of guess myself. Well, that's fine. Okay. So it's not an issue, but so then I guess in my configuration I need to put anywhere. So then or anywhere, yeah. So this is what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is change my config file. Mod training, okay, fine. Anywhere, and I should be the paint. The problem is like user may not know is the paint, so I should be able to specify a list of zones. So I should be able to do this from there or under the rim. Yeah, that's the best way of doing it. And if it's an empty one, then it means anywhere, right? Okay, sounds about right. Under the rim, and you can't do a layup if you're outside the range anyway, so under the rim, okay, or anywhere, but again it's not gonna work if you're not, so I'm gonna just put that, so it's gonna be anywhere. Then mod training, let me stop this first because yes, so and action zone, okay. If is empty, or is, can I do that? I don't remember. Ah, in, yes, just in, no? Ah, maybe. Oh, it's not working, interesting. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I'm doing it completely wrong. It's empty or true if blah 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 else false. Yep, that's the best. So basically, if the zone is empty, so meaning like mod training, so if there's nothing in the zone, it means like I can do it from anywhere, the layup. But I'm doing that knowing that the layup is only activated only when you're getting close to the rim, so that's fine. I could specify, but that's fine. Or if I have a list of zone, of areas here, then the action will be validated as long as the current area where the hooper is in that zone. Yep, that's gonna be fine. All right. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I would feel even better if my laptop was not overheating and the streaming and OBS was not taking almost 90% of the of the CPU. But, it's kind of weird. Okay, training. Again, it's just a testing mode. Poppy's layup drill. Okay, it's in the paint. I'd like to try when he's I was under the rim and it say failed. Oh. Ah, yes, of course, because I didn't. Yeah, because I didn't upload the new configuration to the server. What's going on? No, it's working, right? Yeah. What did I cancel? I didn't cancel anything. All right. That's cool. The development of the training mode has been going smoother than what I expected. I was thinking, I kind of thought like I thought just like the system, putting in place a system that would be flexible enough so that I can design any training I want. I thought it would be a little bit more complicated actually. Well, I guess maybe not complicated, but being able to find a simple way of describing a training, a drill, a basketball drill, I thought it would be like a little bit cumbersome, but it's not that much actually. So layup series, so that's the idea. I don't have to call it like this, but for example, it could be layer 1 actually. Doesn't really matter. Then the title, the name of it. Then left, basket. So this one is not working, so I need to be able to decide on which basket I want to do the training, for example. Side both, so I can decide the reps on either side of the basket. Allow miss, so do I allow the miss or not? The type of, I don't know, yeah, I'm using that, but it's not that necessary. Or I need to make it to clean up a little bit. Player ball holder. Who's holding the ball? It's Poppy, and Poppy is the NPC because it's gonna use the ID. So if it's player 1, it's player 1. So this is one player, this is the NPC that I'm gonna use for the training. And for each, so I define the cone, I have a list of cones. I have an ID for each cone, I have the coordinate. For each cone, I can specify actual coordinate or location that's already defined in the game. Or I can also, once I have that, then I decide like where each start cone actually, where each player or the hooper, where they start. So, and then for the player, for example, I specify the pass, what it needs to do. Need to go to the cone, need to clear the cone, need to clear this cone, etc, etc. And for the NPC, the actions are played a little bit differently. It's more like it's orders what to do. Pass on cone, so once it's meaning like pass when the player is reaching a specific cone. It's not perfect. I should specify which hooper should it be. It should wait for should wait for. But those are the things I can iterate later. So, oh no, not that. Mistook, cancel. How do I link the scene? Which manager do you use? How do I link the scene? So what I do for this one, so for the game mode actually, what I do is each game mode is not a specific scene. It's more like, okay, let me stop this and Okay, so this is the playground scene. The playground scene is my main scene, okay? So it's a 3D scene, of course, and if I go on 2D, you just have the user interface, right? So you don't see anything because I load everything dynamically, okay? I load the court and all the players dynamically. And what I do actually, the way I handle the different modes, whether it's 3 points mode or training, is like all of those modes. So for example, if I go to training mode, a training scene, so this is the training scene actually. And the training scene is just added to the playground scene. So what I do is I'm gonna go, okay, maybe I should show it, it's better. And I'm not doing that for everything. For example, when I go from the playground to the menu, I switch scene. So I remove the playground scene and I load for example, the skin scene. So I think it's even better if I show that over here actually with the... So that's remote. So I think you know that, right? If you're using Godot, so for example, there's you can look at the local scene that you're actually modifying right now. You can also see remote, meaning like I'm looking at the actual scene that's running right now. So for example, so you have all the globals here, okay? You have the playground and you have the fan challenge. Fan challenge is this one. So it's a scene by itself, but it's added to the scene, to the root scene on the top of the playground. Okay, so that it's a way for me to just, it's like it's not a full menu. It's more like a simple overlay menu. Okay, so when I close it, of course, it's gonna disappear. It disappeared. Okay, so now what I do regarding, so you have the playground scene with all its childs and everything. Here's the environment. So if I do that, so the environment being all the 3D part, okay? So, and then I have a Hoopers node. I'm explaining, I know that's not what you asked me, I'm just explaining you the base so that then you will understand why I'm doing that. And then you have the Hooper nodes. So if I do that, then you don't see anything. So I have a node where I put all the Hoopers and the balls as well. And each balls have the same name of their Hoopers, okay? So, and then you have 2D stuff like UI and everything. So when I go to training, what I'm doing actually, what I'm doing is like I'm adding like, if I do that, as you can see, I'm adding the training mode in the playground actually, on the playground. So every mode are done like that. So meaning that during the transitions, which is just like, basically just a color node, actually, you see over there, those kind of things. It's a color node where I put black, and I black out everything. And during that time, I clean up the scene. So clean up meaning like I'm not removing hoopers from the scene. I'm just stop the current actions, for example. It's not perfect because I think I saw a hooper like keep shooting while I was in the training, but the idea is to stop the action of everybody, to replace everybody the way I want, depending on the actual mode. And that's the mode who decide that actually, right? So when I switch, I just clean up, like meaning I stop actions. Everybody get their ball back, okay? I put some NPCs on the sideline, and the modes decide what to do actually with the different NPC. For the 3 points mode, for example, you put every NPCs on the sideline and Poppy is not here. But for this mode, I use Poppy and I say, okay, this mode needs Poppy, so I'm gonna use the reference on Poppy for the training. So each mode is gonna decide that, and the mode is actually, it's a child of the playground. So for example, when I do the training, and after the training I have the result, and I want to try again, what I do is like I remove completely this node, and I go through the loop again to reinitialize the mode so that everything is clean up. The playground stay there, but everything is clean up, and the mode reinitialize itself. So depending on what I need, I don't necessarily switch the scene, because in this case, a game mode actually needs the playground, right? it needs the playground, it needs the hoopers that are already initialized. So there's no reason for me to remove the scene of the playground to reinitialize it again in the way I want. It doesn't make sense to do that. It makes more sense to keep the playground, to just make a quick fade, clean up some stuff, reinitialize some hooper state, and then the actual mode is gonna handle the existing hoopers the way you need to handle them. And one other thing I want to add that's very important is like each mode have a similar. It's like they use a template, right? It's like they don't have a base class, which I should have actually. I don't have that, but what I have is like I have the signals for each mode. It's the same for each of those. So each signals have a setup log completed, loaded, pause, resume, ended, and play again. Meaning that the playground is connected to those signals and receive that. So when the setup is complete, meaning like when I start this one, for example, so when I say that's the training, it's a ready mode, so indeed we don't care about that. Loaded, it means like, okay, I'm loaded, so I have the basic data, whatever. So I send back some UI information regarding the buttons, for example, which buttons I need. Each mode can decide the button it needs to show up here. So that's what I send back. And then after that, the playground's gonna call the setup. So it's gonna call a setup function. So each game mode is supposed to have a setup function. And then inside this, they're gonna do whatever they want. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna call the setup completed. And then the playground's gonna receive that signal. And it's gonna continue the game or do whatever it's required. One thing, not important, but like I think maybe interesting, I think it's play intro. Yeah, play intro. So every mode have a play intro. So the play intro is like showing up like a countdown, like from 3 to 1, or a message or whatever. So for example, I hope it's clear actually, because I'm kind of explaining that like really quickly. So, for example, when I do that, so loading, completed, blah, 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 play intro. So that's the intro for the training. And now it's showing that after that. So the playground's gonna call this function for every mode, and each mode's gonna handle it the way they want actually. So I'm gonna show some message, so the poppy layup drills. Once it's done, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna resume it. And then resume means that the playground's gonna receive that signal. Then it means, okay, now I can unlock player control. Because till that point, the player's control is kind of locked. You can't do anything. And the buttons are not showing up as well, those buttons. It's the playground who decide that. If that makes sense. So I could have probably done that totally differently. But unfortunately, that's how it... I think the system itself is not bad, actually. I think it's a good one. Some parts I could have been cleaner than that. But, you know, that's the thing, is like when you work on a game, or any project for any project, it's like you have an idea of something, so you're doing it, and then you're learning something new about the editor you're using. So in my case, I'm using Godot. And I started this project not knowing Godot at all. I knew nothing about it, but I just like, okay, I have this project, I have this game project I want to do, I want to learn the Godot as well, so let's do it. And so the way I program, or I made some patterns I was using when I studied Godot, is definitely not the same I would do it now. So I still have some legacy, like bad blueprint or bad, how do you say that? It's not best practice, for example. Not in that case, it's not necessarily the issue, but I know definitely that I'm using way more signals now than I was using signal at the very beginning. Signal are kind of very important and very useful. So if it's really well controlled, well handled and well managed. So that's what I do. And then, yeah, so let me, I'm not gonna complete that. And in the case of, and I'm gonna do that again, logging menu, okay, playground. So in the case of if I want to go to the skin menu, for example, so you will see this one, playground is gonna disappear. Up. And you have the base menu. So what's meaning? So at that time I used how do you call that? A base class. So base menu. So basically I have like several menus. I have stats menu, I have skin menu, avatar menu, etc. etc. So avatar menu, for example. So this one, oh, that's weird. Extend menu content, yeah. So menu content. So it's this one. It's like a menu content. Take all the screen, full screen. And if you go to menu content, so menu content extend from panel, not base class, really. Set base menu. Oh, okay. So that's a way. I'm not sure it's the. Oh, why I call it base menu? Oh, I'm mistaking the class and the node name. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, so each menu, like skin menu, stats menu, there's another one I'm forgetting. Settings different. Well, I don't remember. So they're using the menu content as the base. So that's what makes all this automatic, like, you know, locker room, the title, all the stuff. I'm not handling that anymore. It's in the menu content, in the base class. And the menu itself is just going to extend that and just going to set the title, decide how many buttons need, and show it up, and it's going to be automatic. Like this stuff, it's automatic now. I'm not handling that. I did that once and that's it, which should be like that. So this one, as you see, is using like just one node, and the playground is not there. And you have the transition here. No, yeah, because it's pretty transparent. Background, menu merging, so yeah. Yep. I think if I go to the avatar menu, or let's go to the avatar menu or start menu. Let's go to the start menu, for example. Oh, right. So the start menu, so you see the start menu, it looks like this. And this one, like, it's just, actually, that's why I have the base menu, yeah. So it's extend the menu content, because that's the content, and then the base menu, actually, is the parent that's gonna hold the stat menu, yeah. So actually what I should look for is like stat menu, for example, or maybe not actually, yeah, no, stat menu, it's, yeah, stat menu extend the menu content, yeah. But is added as a child of the base of this one, yeah. So if I check that, menu content, yeah. So this one is the base menu, that's the different, that's this one actually. Base menu, yeah. So that's what it is. So that's how I did it. So that's the base menu, and then you have the menu content. And I'm just so every time I want to add a new menu, I just work on the content itself, and all this stuff over there, the buttons, title, are already there, and the start menu is just gonna extend the menu content, and being it's gonna be but that's the scene over there. Yeah, so if I do that, for example, so you don't see the content. So that's just the content. Yeah, I totally forgot how I did that. Well, that was not a confusing explanation. But yeah, so it's very, I guess, important to know when you want to create a new scene, or if you want to keep one scene and put everything in it. So obviously you have resources and stuff like that. So every time there's kind of like, there's a question of like, okay, I'm gonna use a lot of, for example, for this I need to load a ton of, at some point I will have to load a ton of skins and stuff like that. So, oh, I need to change that. Yeah. So give me a sec. How do you call that? Avatar menu. Oh, mistake. Avatar. Oh. Just give me a sec. So why I did that way? I did that like this. Oh, okay. And then maybe avatar menu flip appears. I'm gonna do false. Hope I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna do true over here. Let's see. The window, the resolution? Okay. So that's my settings. So the viewport, it's on purpose, it's square. Why it's square? Because I want to, if it's not square, then the way the layout, my game can be played on portrait or landscape. So on purpose, if you want to be able to be, if you want to be flexible and you want the AI to be able to get resize in any time and be able to handle portrait and landscape, then you need to have a viewport that is squared actually, so that there's no weird ratio issues when you resize the screen. So that's for one. Then after that, my base resolution, the window size, is like a sen. It doesn't really matter actually, this one, but it's like HD, I guess. The most important part is this one. Why it's important is because what I do is like, actually it's kind of very important. I put a scale of 4, meaning like actually the resolution with which I'm working, it's like, it's that 480 by 270. So if you do, if I'm not mistaken, if I do that for 4, this is what you have, it's HD. So basically, sorry. So basically, that's a way for me to make the pixel, to zoom the pixel actually, scale by 4. Each pixel are scaled by 4. So meaning I'm working within, virtually, within a 480 by 270 pixel resolutions. So that's my resolutions. Even if I can show sometimes stuff with smaller than that, but basically that's what I have. Canva item and expand. Expand because I want to be able to show more actually, if it's possible. I don't want to stretch the playground, for example. I don't want to stretch it or anything. Because I'm on mobile, I want to be able to show more if I can show more. Menu, skin. Oh, I see. Well, that's not great. Let me check something quick. Base menu, no, that's not one. The reflection. So if I flip this one, it doesn't flip. I see. So that's the issue. And that's why I flip this one. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna cancel that bullshit. I don't know why I do that like this. I'm gonna add a reflection here. It's not the right way to do it, it's kind of cumbersome, and this one I don't need that actually. And I should have a reference to that, but you know what? So that's an example of something I did like 2 years ago. And so, true maybe. No, I guess so. I shouldn't make so much modification at the same time. I was modifying the training. That's not the right way to do. I should have pushed those modifications first. Good. That's it. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I think that's the only place where they show actually. Alright, so where is the training? What did I do last? Oh, the area. Okay. So now I need to push selective pushing. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna stage this, fix Hooper and reflection flip. Alright, the message, what did I change over there? What the hell? Okay, I changed that a long time ago. Why not? Or did I change again? No, not specifically. Ready? What the hell? Oh. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need the intro. I'm not gonna use it. Okay. All right. So I think all is good. What did I change again? Change the name. That's great. That's all I did. Not working hard. I think I probably didn't push. I was about to do it, but I probably didn't do it. Keep moving, changing side. Yeah. Okay. Let me try again, just make sure like everything is good. And so that we can go to the next one. Yeah, I'm not using the embedded editor, which is script, this one, right? I'm not using it. I'm sure it's improved, but I'm not used to it. The thing is like, I like to have a big screen, to use the full screen to develop. And I'm used to a Visual Studio, for example. Visual Studio Code, so that's the one I'm using. And this one is kind of small. So, yeah. Well, I guess, yeah. I can maybe change a lot since, so maybe using it would be better now. Maybe. So I guess, yeah, I can do that. I can use all this, yeah. It changed. It was not like that before. I think Usama, you missed that maybe, but at the beginning I said like I upgraded to Godot 4.6. I don't know if it was already available, but can you zoom? You can zoom. See, for example, you can't. So that's the script for. But you can't even zoom actually. Oh no, you can zoom here. Okay, all right. But why? But you don't have a. There's many. But the thing is, I'm gonna close that. So here's the thing. I'm used to Visual Studio Code, and this one actually is anti-gravity, because sometimes I do use AI model if I want to scaffold some new whatever mold quickly. It's pretty useful using LLM. But the thing is, like, there's many shortcuts I'm used to. Like, for example, if I want to open a file, I just do that. If I want to do some kind of command, I just do that. If I want to, for example, you see I'm using GitHub. I have a Git repo for that. Then I can do that, everything here, actually. I can do everything here. So I'm used to that, and I don't have all those functionalities. If I use this one here. So, yeah. I think when you start, if you're a beginner, you don't need to start to use a Visual Studio or whatever. That's fine. You can just stay inside the Godot editor. But as you get comfortable with scripting and with coding, could be I think it's worth a shot to use an external editor. It doesn't have to be Visual Code or Integrity, or it could be the terminal. Some people use Vim or NeoVim or stuff like that. That's totally fine. But I think it's worth a shot using that if you want to be a long-term engineer or whatever. Because this one it's really specific to Godot, right? So you're missing many features. It's not like it's very important. It's like if you just want to make a game and you don't care, it's a pet project, that's fine. But if you want to improve and getting good at coding, understand more what's meaning coding, or what you can do, what else you can do, then I would recommend to use an external editor at some point. If the purpose is not just making game with Godot, but the purpose is to be able to be good at coding, generally speaking, then yeah, you better use something else as well. I don't know. I never really used the Godot. So the question is like, is there a difference between them? So between like the Godot script editor and other external editors. Well, there is, and part of the difference is what I explained, like some functionalities that the Godot script editor just doesn't have, which is normal because that's not the purpose. The purpose is just to be able to do scripting within the Godot environment and framework. So you're not supposed to do additional other things. But here I can, for example, I have my backend as well. My backend, meaning I have server code as well. So I can, not only I can do GD scripting because I'm using a plugin within that editor, but I can also do Python, for example. Python script, JavaScript, stuff like that. So you have color syntaxing. So I have everything in my project. So what you may say is like, okay, but if I'm working just on the game and I'm not working on the backend, or I don't have any server code, then I don't need Python. I don't need to all those other functionalities. It's true. You don't need. So I guess it depends on the scope of the project. Like, if the scope of your project is bigger, then just Godot may not be enough, because you will for sure have some other script somewhere else that's gonna do some kind of magic, whatever for you. Hey, thanks for the sub. So yeah, let's say that you have a ton of stuff you can do with those external editors that you don't have with Godot. Is that an issue? No, because the embedded script editor for Godot, it's for Godot. It's not to do anything else. It's just to do GD script. That's all. So that's why, again, I reiterate, but if the purpose is to make you have a pet project and you want to learn Godot, then focus on Godot first. Just focus on Godot, use just Godot, and you'll figure out if you want to use an external editor at some point. I guess usually everything works exactly the same through iteration. I'm using Godot 4.6, so no Unity, no Unreal Engine. But yeah, start small, start understanding what you're using first. Then when you have a sense that something is missing, or you need a particular or specific feature that is not available to you, then that's where you start to look outside the box. That's my recommendation. Trying to use complicated stuff while you're not mastering or you don't understand yet how to make games, and I'm not saying that to you. specifically, generally speaking, then it's just losing time. Just focus on something small and then like increase the scope little by little, depending on where you're at. You need to go through iteration. You start small and you iterate. So me, I started TinyHoopers. It was really small at the beginning. No server, nothing. Just the game itself, just with Godot actually. Godot. Wanted to understand Godot, wanted to understand how I can make the basketball game. And then little by little, okay, I understand how it works, so now I need this and this, so I started to use something else. Started to use the editor I'm always using when I code. And I started to have a backend because it was necessary. I didn't want it to do one because it's like additional work, but I needed one anyway. So if you start to do everything, to use different stuff, complicated tools, tools that you don't know yet, it's too many tools to learn at the same time, and that's not the right approach. One thing I would say though, if you are looking to work in the game industry, and you're looking to improve in 1 month, you want to become you want to make to work on a project that's gonna help you, like to work on a portfolio, right? To help you work in the game industry, then you should pick your tools. You should be really careful on the tool you use. If you pick the wrong tool, then it may be difficult for you to find a work. For example, if you work on Godot, I work on Godot. If you're looking for a game engineer position, then most of the position right currently it's gonna be Unreal Engine or Unity. So I'm not saying Godot is bad or anything. That's not. No, I'm using Godot, so I like it very much. It's just like the industry is right now. It's most of the game company are using Unity and Unreal Engine for many years. So it's difficult to ask a game company to change engine, an open source one, that maybe they're not sure if it's good enough yet or whatever. It's really good. It's becoming really good Godot actually. Don't get me wrong. But game company is not going to change right away. So because of that, then they will look for engineers that are good at Unity or Unreal Engine. That will be the vast majorities. You have some game company like the one who made the roguelite one. I don't remember the name. Why I don't remember the name? Roguelite. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire has been made in Godot, so I invite you to look for it. So that's a company. No. Just I'm gonna change that. The second version, Slay the Spire 2, has been made on Godot. I've been told, not the first one. So Slay the Spire 2 Godot. And you have it's actually showcased here in the. Of course, it's showcased on the Godot website. See, so you can make games with Godot. Of course, you can make it. I'm making TinyHoopers. It's not that easy. That's a simple game. It's not. So, and yeah, to answer your question, I've been making games since I'm 46 now. I started to make games when I was 12, and I started working game company when I was 20, 21. So I've been making games since the era of Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS. So it's been a while. It's been more than 20 years now. So it's just the first time I'm making my own games, not for a company. And I'm doing everything, so I don't know why I'm doing all those stuff. Oh, that's a bug. Something is weird. I need to change that. Oh, there's some inconsistency right there. So I've been making games for a long time now. Yeah, well, that's the right timing. You can start. I started at 12 and I learned programming by myself. Before it was way more complicated actually to make game, because you had nothing. You just have books big like this. And in English, and you learn by yourself. Now you have a ton of resources to make games. You have literally like no excuses. If you want to make games in the future when you're older or stuff like that, and you're 12, you have no excuse not to You can't say, yeah, it's difficult. No. If it's difficult, you can take 2 years to learn. Take 2 years. It's okay, even 3 years if you want. In 3 years, you will be 15. 15, if you're able to make games, great job. You have the time with you. Time is your best. It's your best asset right now. You should learn as much as you can. I mean, you have time. You have to go to school, sure, but you have time. Just go to school, learn. It's very important. And when you have time, you can go play with your friends and stuff like that. But learn, like, do programming. Work on a small project, a small one, not a big one. Don't do RPG or fighting games, stuff like that. Don't do this kind of stuff. Work on a simple one, simple game, simple stuff. So the first that's what I do usually when I learn a new languages or I work on a new engine. I work on this kind of. I do the same kind of game, breakout game. I do this. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. But I usually do like Arcanoid. It's like the really ancestors. Like breakout game. You have that. You move it. The ball bounce out off the wall and bricks, and you break bricks, and that's it. Just try to do that, or try to do a snack game as well. It's fine. You want to run, then start from the beginning. Then, yeah, you literally, like, nowadays you can do whatever you want. So it's a great era for you people. You can do so many things. You can have fun, unbelievable. So yes, you're 12, but yeah, you can start programming already. There's so many resources that there's no excuse not to. If you want to be a game developer, if you want to make your own games, there's no excuse not to do it. So it's been a little bit tough right now. I'm not gonna apologize, but it's true. What do you think of the Godot engine and its rapid growth, and the upcoming 4.7 version, which includes many features? I also use Godot since version 4.10. I like Godot very much. I like it a lot. Not just because it is open source, which is it's a good thing, but I like the philosophy behind it. I like how simple it is. It's very simple. It's the first time since I've been coding, and I've been coding, like I said just before, I've been coding for a while now. It's one of the best tools I ever used, actually. Really. I used Unity. I did work on Unity for many years, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And Unity, it works. You can make a ton of good games with it. But I always felt like some kind of, like, it was heavy sometimes for, I don't know. It felt sometimes kind of clunky. That's how I felt. I felt like sometimes stuff were not working, and I didn't have any explanation why. No reason why it's not working, why it's crashing. So you have always like this black box effect. Like you feel like, okay, it's doing this, but I don't know why, and you want to understand why it's doing it, but you can't check because you don't have access to the source code. People may say, yeah, but if you pay a license, you have access to the source code. Okay, all right, that's fine, but yeah, I understand all the Unity, it's a company, business and everything, like Unreal Engine, like every company, that's totally fine. Really. But the thing is, like, when I started making games with all the tools I use were, like, it's just free tools. I use many open source, whatever, like, I don't know, just tools. I never had to. My first game, not commercial game, but my game that I play myself with my browser, is like, it was really simple games, and I didn't have to pay like $1,000 or $500 to make something. So, especially if I want to understand why it's not working. Understand my point. Like, I was using, just if you wanted to make game before, there were no tools. You have language programming, a programming language, sorry. You had programming language, and that's it. You didn't have like some stuff like that. You didn't have editors. If you wanted to have that, you had to make it by yourself. So now, of course, Unity and Unreal is their business, so they're providing you tools so that you don't have to do everything by yourself. So that's how it works, right? So that's totally fine. But then have to pay again additional to have access to the source code and understand what's going on behind the wall and behind the scenes. It's like, meh. And with this one, I'm not gonna check the source code of Godot all the time. But even now, sometimes I did face some issues, but it felt like everything was pretty smooth, really. The philosophy of the signals, the node, it just makes sense for me. And I think it's not for everybody. I don't think so. I guess I like, what I like with the node system is just like, it's kind of like similar to Unity. Like Unity, you kind of have the also like similar node system. I don't remember now, I've been using Godot for so long. But each node has its own purpose. I think it's like, remind me, Unity's been a while. Unity nodes, it's not node, it's component in Unity. I think it's component. I don't remember. How do you call that? You have prefabs and stuff like that. Even prefabs. Prefab is just, it's the equivalent of scene actually in Godot, right? It's the same. But even prefabs, I don't know. It felt. Look, I don't remember Unity enough to make a fair enough comparison. And the only thing I can tell you is I just felt like more. And it's really basic and it's not really detailed, I'm sorry about that. I just felt more comfortable and I felt like the philosophy felt more comfortable for me with Godot. The UI is very simple, nothing clunky at all. Nothing is perfect, but it felt like I'm coding again, actually. That's how I felt. I felt I was just coding. I was not like trying to understand the overall infrastructure or how component works with C# and everything. I like the GD script as well. I'm not even using C#. I should use it maybe for performance, but I don't care. Do you like the node system and how to build the game? How far do you think you are going to release? Do you think that rebuild some game in Godot and study it is good for improving and learn how the script scene was managed? So I'm gonna answer. So do you like the Godot system and how the build? But I can answer it, but I didn't really answer it. I was not really precise in my answers, but I'll just share with you about how I felt. How far do you think you are going to release the game? Good question. I have no idea. I kind of taking too much time, to be honest. I don't know why I'm taking so much time, but I know why I'm taking so much time, because I'm alone and because the game is kind of a little bit too how to say that? Yeah, see you, no problem. See you to the next stream. But it's too not optimistic. How to say that? How to say that? The scope of the game is becoming too big. And I'm doing the same mistake I tell people not to do. It's like, how do you say that? The game is too, it's not optimistic. The project is big, let's say that. And I think I should have fixed the scope from the beginning. I didn't fix the scope initially. I decided to make an experiment, so that's how it started. And as I iterate through it, I'm doing this actually. So that's the reason. So that's one of the reasons the game is not released yet, also because I'm doing things I like that I believe it's necessary for the game, etc. And one of those other issue as well is like when you make a free-to-play game, boy, it's tough. It's not a premium game like where you're gonna put a price like once $10, $20, whatever. And then that's it. This one, it's like you need to think about the core loop, obviously, which is important in any game, whether it's premium or freemium. So you need that, but it's even more important when you make a free-to-play game. Because if the game already played the game, but nobody's paying anything, or nobody cares about that, they're gonna say, your game is great, good job. But, yeah, well, I can't continue development of the game. So And that's becoming an issue because I need to the cost, like there's many users right now, there's a ton of users playing the game, even in beta, that's cool. But I'm not making money right now, so I'm getting like the server costs start to increase a little bit more than what I expected. So I need to, between now and next week, I need to figure out a way where I can give what I can make people buy whatever, and then I can get some fund for that. Some money for that and cover at least the cost of the server. Because if I can't cover the cost of the server, that's an issue. Yeah, so... do you think that we build some games in Godot and study it is good for improving and learn how to script? Yeah, of course it is. I think more than anything, if you start with, and that's kind of what I said just before with when I talked about the breakout game, this one. So I would strongly recommend you to, not necessarily this one, you can do whichever you want, whatever you want. But pick a game that exists which the scope is really small, and redo it. Redo the game in Godot. That's a good way to learn and a good way to understand what is the game programming, what is game development. And do something that doesn't require design. This one doesn't require design at all. You don't need design for that. It's just focus on pure gameplay. Then you will understand a lot just by doing that. If you start doing something big, because you want to, like many people want to do card game, fighting game, maybe not fighting games, but card game, or shoot a first-person shooter, all these kind of things. Yeah, it's good, but it's better to have small project that you finish. This one is more important, to finish product. Trust me on that. There's so many people who start project that's not finished. So TinyHoopers I'm not yet in that realm because I'm still working on it, and it's in beta, so at least I'm kind of safe. But there's many projects that start that it's not finished. And it's difficult to finish a project. It's not any game, it's the same for everything. Everybody always has, at the end of the year, everybody has new resolutions. And 2 weeks after, they already gave up on that. It's the same. Like, it's not 100% one-to-one, but I see that as the same. So, pick something small that you will finish. And you will have results, and then just repeat, because you will keep learning. If you work on something simple with the gameplay, great. Then maybe if you're tired of the, for example, if you do this one, you take whichever you want. But if we, as an example, let's use this one. You do this one, yeah, it works. I finished it, yeah. The loop is complete, meaning you start the game, you can complete the game by breaking everything. And you have maybe the score. You need something to what is the score? What is how do you reward users? But then you complete the level in 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever. Then if you do that, then the game is complete. The game is over. It's a simple one. Maybe some people are gonna get bored, but it's a game. So now maybe the next project is the same game. Maybe you use the same base, but then you improve it. You have different levels. So now it forces you to understand how to do. Not level designing, but how to structure the data of a game to be able to have different levels. So is the data like JSON files, for example, or the format? How do you load that? How do you load this? How do you switch between that level to the next level? So it's an iteration on something. You can do that, or if you don't want to work on the same project, then you work on a new project that involves level design, level creation, or level or data manipulation, I guess. That's how I would do that. That's how I would do it. Okay, there's a bug on this one. I don't remember what is. I think the bug is when I do this, for example. No, that's not the bug. the bug is when I, for example, I do that, have the ball, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this one is weird. Yes. So I should, before I shouldn't actually. Okay. So maybe I should, That's a very good point. I don't know, I'm gonna handle that actually. Well, what's cool is like it's completing everything, but does it work? Yes. Pop is a layup drill. That's really cool. Oh, it's playing a music that I'm not aware, so I have to be careful with the copyright. Nah, I can't play this one. Yeah, I have to go back over here. I played many music that's not copyright free actually. Okay. I have to be careful. Alright, I need to fix this bug first. Very boring. Now maybe that's a good timing to use some AI. I don't want to do it, right? Let's use it, why not? And let's see how it's gonna fix it for me. I have to use some AI a little bit, right? It's a new, that's something else we've been talking about. We talked just before about editor. Like, I'm not using the Godot editor, I'm using my own. But now you have AI as well, so it's a different way to work. It's not perfect for everything, not yet, but it's useful. So let's see. Let me bring back this stuff. So. Alright, so... Yeah, if you whether you're capable or not, my way of thinking is like everybody's capable of anything, right? That's really how I see it. So, generally speaking, like if you have some whatever issues that you may have some hurdles, but if you don't have any whatever issues or mobility issues, or you can, even without mobility issues, if you have the possibility of writing code, however it is, even now with AI, with voice and everything, there's no way you can't do that actually, right? Unless you have really, like, you know, some I'm going too far, but physiological issues, I don't know how you say that. There's no reason for you not to be able to do anything actually. It's really a question of how long it's gonna take for you. That's all. That's all. And not to have a project where the scope is too big. That's the number one mistake that most of people do. I'm just gonna open the window. That's the number one mistake that people do. They pick a big project because they are passionate about it, which is fine. Passion is very important when you do this kind of things. The problem is like they're doing that and they try to learn at the same time. Complicated. So you need to pick something small that makes sense for you based on where you want to go. So you can do that as well. If you don't have any vision of where you want to be at some point, then start with any project, it doesn't matter. But if you're passionate about something specific and at some point you want to be able to make whatever game, then work on something small that's related to that game. That's gonna help you. Oh, I did that in my first game. Then I understand, I will be able to use part of it or whatever. You can do that as well. But pick something that you're interested in, otherwise it's easy to give up as well. So pick, I would say there's two most important points. It's like pick a game, a project size that's not too big, very important. So it's something you can complete. Nowadays you can do everything in 1 weekend, but maximum 1 week, maximum. And pick something that you're interested in. If you don't, for example, if you don't like chess, don't make a chess game. It's a good way to learn something else actually for chess, like some AI or this kind of things. But me, I'm not interested in a first-person shooter, Fortnite or stuff like that. I don't play those games. I'm just not interested. So I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna try to make a game like this. Doesn't make sense. I like basketball, so making a basketball game. I like space. I like space. Sorry, I like space very much. So I love to have the opportunity to work on a game in space or whatever, space exploration or. There's a. Let me talk a little bit about it. It has nothing to do with it. No, good question, and thanks for joining the stream. But training, no. I'm gonna add training. I think I'm gonna fix some bugs, but I'm gonna add training right now. Let me show if you don't see it. But training, you're gonna be able to test training first anyway, because I want feedbacks on how if people like it or not. Well, even if people don't like it, I will add training. But I want to have some feedback, or whatever feedback people have on that. Meaning, like, so for now, for example, and it's gonna be on the next version, and if it's not this week, it's gonna be next week. I promise. It's a promise. It's already working, so it's really for me about like making sure there's no crash or stuff like that. I saw a bug, I need to fix it. I need to put some results, but that's it. So it's gonna be ready pretty fast, pretty quick, pretty soon. So, but right now, for example, you'll be able to access training just by clicking on this button right now, and it just starts right away. See, there's no discussion with Poppy or whatever. So maybe I'm gonna add a small menu where you're gonna have a list of training. You'll be able to choose between the training. Maybe I'm gonna have that. Now, I'm not gonna add the menu. You're just gonna do this one maybe, or maybe the shooting one as well. I don't know. So that you can try it. So you have additional stuff to do, right? But then, depending on how I see things, I'm start to working on it already. But I'm gonna add on the top of it like experience and energy and stuff like that. So it's something that at some point you're gonna have daily training, but you're gonna need energy to participate training, and you're gonna get some as a reward. You're gonna get experience from it, right? So the tough part for me is it's not the training. I did that in 2 days, in less than that actually. So it was not complicated, and it's, as I said many times, it's flexible enough. I can do different training. I can do any training I want. I can have a training with several codes where you need to make the character run from here and go there and then go back, and then they get the ball and then shoot a 3-point, for example. I can do many things, very flexible. I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. But I want to let you play that early on. And then for me to focus on the experience and added. So all those layers are there now. The one-on-one is not perfect, but it's there. Everything is there. And the final piece is really like experience, energy. Then once I add that, then the game it's not complete, but it's like, okay, you have the core loop of the game. Now there's no core loop. So, but a very good question. Very good question. So yeah, I say I'm gonna yeah, it works pretty well. So the problem is not that. The problem is, so I'm gonna use some AI a little bit. It's gonna be fun. Or not. So let me do this. And let's see. I should do more vibe coding. I'm thinking to have a new channel, another channel. So that I'm just gonna do vibe coding stuff. Why not? Alright, so let's start from there. So I already used it to help me fix some bugs actually. I could have done myself, but some of them it's like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. So you see, the problem of AI, getting lazy now. No, let's use AI right now. So it's a good way to show you as well how you could use it. And especially in my case, what's really nice, I already have a code base. My code is like, I have a ton of files, I have a ton of things. So the way I do things is really specific. So using AI, it may be more efficient sometimes in my case, because it can easily see what I've done before, he understands the logic of it, and he can just proceed with the same logic and propose me something that makes sense based on how I would actually do it. So, okay, but in that case it's specific. I'm asking him to fix a bug or to propose me a solution for an issue. And the issue I need to be able to, so that's what's very important when you use AI, you need to be able to explicitly explain, in mind for this drill, or explain what the issue is and what do you want. Currently, there's one specific issue regarding the completion of a rep. Okay. If, for example, so I'm explaining everything. If, for example, player reach cone 1, get the ball and shoot from there, then because he didn't reach the last cone first, the state of the rep becomes, how do you say that? Desync, I would say. No. Situations. So what I like to do is not clear what I explained, but it's clear enough. What I like to do is like ask him like to propose me a solution without coding or without touching my code, because I don't like that. Sometimes it's doing wild stuff. Without touching the code, propose me a solution that will propose me several solutions. And he's gonna clearly understand what's going on, because he already I've been working with him a little bit on the training. So this is a command sequencing breaking issue, blah blah. So he was really fast with his answers. Depending on what you ask and it may take time. In drill design, since the code strictly followed the action array, skipping a step like C2 means the logic never reached the perform step exactly. Here are several solutions you can implement entirely via the JSON configuration. Cool. Or scene layout without changing a single line of code. Really, I doubt it. The most effective way is to make the player ability to shoot independently on reaching the final call. How? In the NPC actions, change the pass trigger to the last cone in the sequence. What? Config change. Type pass on cone. Change type on cone, blah blah. To pass on cone C2. No, I don't want to do that. I want the NPC to pass when you reach. Try again. So basically what it's telling me, it's like, and I did that initially actually. Initially, once the player was reaching this cone, that's when I asked like Poppy to pass the ball. But it was too late actually, because I was too close and I was waiting for him to pass me the ball. So I decided to change it so that Poppy passed me the ball when I reached this cone actually, okay? And now he's telling me, well, you can fix that problem, just ask him to pass you the ball when you reach the last one. Yeah, well, no. We're not gonna do that. Because I could do that and it would work, of course, but I may face some future issue which will force me to go back to the same topic again. And I still need to fix it. That's my point. The player literally won't have the ball to shoot with. Yeah, I understand. No, I want to tighten this one. The validation zone. No, it doesn't work like that as well. You're wrong on this. So I kind of knew it, that it would be better for me to do it myself. You recently changed the zone to which match everything. You can use this to force the player position. How? Define a specific zone. Perform. Yeah, I understand that. Config zone or custom allocator. And blah, blah, blah. Physical passing. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so he's sharing with me a bunch of bullshit. That's not what I expected him to share with me. Change the order of operation for the player. Add a go to cone or clear cone after the pass, but before the shot that is very close to the loop. Clear cone. No, I'm not gonna do that. So wrong. My recommendation, use solution 1. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna challenge him just once, and then after that, if he is still sharing with me a bunch of bullshit, I'm gonna stop. It could be better than that, it depends on the days, but so one thing I can do, for example, is just give me back. Okay, my recommendation, use solution 1 by moving the NPC, pass and call to I don't want to use solution 1. I don't want to use solution 1. Why? Because I want the player to get the ball early. Any other way to prevent the player? No, you can't actually. If the player do that, then you should make it fair. As simple as that. Yeah, I should make it fair. So he didn't propose me that. Instead, if shooting or performing a move before reaching the last cone, the rep should not be validated, and the rep should start again, like a miss. That's what you should do. So I'm telling you what it should be. I want you to enforce the rules. Understood. Since you want, yeah, I want. You want the ball. So you see, that's very important. For example, when you use AI, it's like most of the time you would just ask something and we tell you can do that or that. But I recommend number 1. Or if you recommend it, then let's do it. Then if you don't have experience, if you don't have enough experience and understanding on what the things you want to accomplish, actually, you may spend time for no reason, actually, really. Honestly, it's something I could do myself, but I thought it was a good opportunity to show you also. Sometimes I use AI, not necessarily for that, but if you use it, you need to be really careful. It's not because AI tell you something, you need to do it. So I'm questioning AI every time when he's sharing me stuff. No, I don't want to do it like that. It doesn't make sense because I already foresee the issue I may face at some point down the road. So I can correct the AI and force him to propose me something more interesting. And yeah. The second skipping detection is now active. Oh, you did it actually. I didn't ask you to change the code, but okay. If a player tries to shortcut the drill, so that's what it is actually. I didn't explain him the right way, but by shooting before clearing all the required code, the following will happen. Immediate reset at release. Yeah, great. I like it. The moment the ball leaves the hand, the script checks if the current task is performed. Is perform action. If it's still on the clear cone or go to cone step, it immediately logs sequence skip. Try again and calls start drill. Perfect. As simple as that. Good. Safety catch on score miss. I've also added the same check to the hooper score handler to ensure that any edge case shot like a dunk or a ball already in flight also trigger blah 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 blah. This effectively forces the player to follow the path you've laid out in the config. Okay, why not? Why not? So now I'm gonna double check and I'm gonna review. It works? Yes. Let me check something. Yeah, still the case. Sequence script, okay. On hooper score the action perform. If it's not performed, skipped. It's not validated, action. Okay. Let me check that. Let's see. It seems like okay. Should be fine, maybe. I'm gonna do a first rep where I'm not gonna mess up, just to make sure everything works as expected. So I have here like a 1-1-1. It's small, but you can see 2. 3. Okay, no problem. Now I'm gonna do something really messed up. So it's going to the rebound. I'm gonna shoot, for example. I have to start again. So great. Second script, try again. But I saw it twice. I don't know why it's doing that. I think I know actually. Good. Missed. Try again. Yep. Sequence skipped, try again. Why is that? I think I know why. But I think it shouldn't be add-on scored actually. It's a mistake. I need to tell him you made a mistake. What am I missing? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong or not. You are wrong. We better have a good explanation. You're absolutely right, see? What kind of bullshit? Since we now catch the illegal shot at the exact moment the ball leaves the hands, is triggered immediately. By the time the ball actually reaches the basket, I've cleaned up. The logic is now much more efficient. It's not about being efficient, you are wrong. It's instant feedback. So see, that's the kind of stuff I should have done myself. Instant feedback. The moment you shoot too early, the trigger catch it and reset the rep immediately. No redundancy. The and then now simply ignore any ball that hit the rim after the reset has already occurred. This prevent. The system is now both strict and clean. I think I'm gonna reject everything you proposed to me and do it myself. Let's see. See, so now I spend probably 15 minutes on this, and I could have done that, implement that myself. But I wanted to use it to show you. It was very important. I sacrificed for everybody to show you how AI can be a mess sometimes. Okay, so this one on 3. So I'm gonna messed up on purpose. I got the ball, I'm gonna shoot from here. It skipped it. Good, it skipped it and it just skipped it. Great. Okay, it works. I'm gonna do it again, because I don't believe it. I don't trust him. It skipped it again. Very good. It skipped, yes. Now I'm gonna do it for real. Yes, it works. Okay. I'm gonna double check the code anyway, but seems okay. So now I'm gonna do something else. So for example, if I do that, yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I can take the ball, of course. Cool. Great. No, it should be fine. Okay. Really good. Okay. I'm gonna shoot, skipped. So I need to add a message over here to say that's gonna tell me or tell the player what to do. Go to the next call, shoot a layup, or rep has been skipped, start from the beginning again, or something like that. So I need to put that so that it's clear, because there's no indication right now, there's no menu, no what whatsoever. I also need to add a timer. That's just a stopwatch from 0 to whatever, how long you take for that. That will be part of your evaluation at the end. And I also need to add the current rep that you're doing, so that you can actually clear it. Because right now everything is in the logs, so I know what's going on, but I need to show that to the player, obviously. It's really cool, right? And this one is missed because that's the wrong shot, for example. It should be a layup, it's a layup drill. So I probably need to show also what is it, like what kind of training is that, right? Really cool. So I think logic-wise and gameplay-wise, system-wise it's fine. I think so. And again, as I say, like I can customize now everything works. Like I can customize any training I want actually. If I want, for example, to go there and the player need to jump, just jump without the ball, then I can do that as well. So for example, can I do that? That would be fun. So first of all, let me I need to accept the changes. Close all. Training node up. So start drill rep. Allow me start drill rep if it's not performed. If it's not performed, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it just started drill. Okay. Everything is done when you release. Yes. Perfect. So at the end of the day, like the change I wanted was just that, right? So it was really simple. If allow miss, so I allow the miss. if the action is performed, and I believe, yeah, it's fine because you're doing it, then whether you validate or not is different topics. Release validation failed. Okay, yeah, if it's not the right shot. If you don't allow the miss, then the only reason to... okay. If it's not performed, okay, great. Ah, it's good. Well, it was not complicated, but... And also maybe I could have got a better result as well if I explained that even better at the beginning. But anyway, again, in that case, it was not necessary to use AI. So maybe that was definitely not a good example, a good use case to show you how to use AI. How to use AI? It's a really big word, but I should do that maybe for another stream. Focus on that for something new that I want to add. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so I'm gonna does not keep moving, blah blah blah. I did the first version of training, okay. So now refactor fixed every bug of training mode. As I fixed up, and I'm done with that. Good. Pum pum pum. So right now I do that. What can I try to? Not training config up. So I'm gonna use this one, I'm gonna put it over here. I read your message. So we have the same issue again. I read your message. You didn't send me anything else. Your last message, Usama, was, yeah, thank you for advice. Now back to the game. That's the last message I got. So I think you have some, it's not the first time. I can show you the screenshot. And I checked the stream on my phone, it looks like everything is okay. So layup series. I'm trying to think pop-up layup trio. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that name. I'm gonna send you. What should I do with that? No. Okay. So I said I wanted to try something. Before to try something, you know what? I think the system is fine for me. Yeah, it will be fine. Perform what? Perform a layup. If I do the layup over there. And that's where I validate the stuff, right? Okay. Let me double check. Oh, right. Because I validated the shots, right? Oh, that's interesting. And actually what I should do... I'm not gonna try that right now. I'm gonna work on the UI first. Can you see NBA hang time, SNS YouTube, and here's your game, an advanced version of it. Okay, so that's the message you just sent me on Discord. Yeah, I just saw it. Can you see NBA hang time SNS? YouTube, and is your game an advanced version of it? Sure, why not? Let's have a look. NBA hang time, I think I remember. I hope I'm not. No, I should be fine, right? I'm not gonna get copyright or stuff like that, right? There's no sound? Oh, you know what? We don't need sound anyway. So I'm gonna put back the music over there. Speed, parachute, dunk, steel block. It's really small. I probably should have used something like that. Not so many. I should have kept it a little bit more. Maybe I can still do that actually. Wait, it's an NBA Jam actually. Why is it called NBA hang time? It's really NBA hang time, NBA Jam. Yeah, it's midway. Ah, they lost it to Acclaim. Okay. Forcing them to rebrand Hang Time Evolved the Classic 2 and 2. Okay, I see. So your question was, can you see NBA Hang Time YouTube? Is your game an advanced version of it? I don't know if it's an advanced version of it. Can you say that like this? Indeed, when I started working on the game, I thought about NBA Jam, of course. 2K, but just a little bit. But yeah, this game is very arcade. Mine is not that much arcade, right? It's not. It's not arcade. And people are playing like crazy now. The dribble is not great. To answer the question, no, I wouldn't say it's an advanced version of this. I would say it's totally different, really. Because my game TinyHoopers It has more like a chill vibe actually. So it's not a simulation. TinyHoopers is not a simulation. I don't want it to be a simulation. I don't want it to be a NBA Live, for example, or NBA 2K. But it's not as arcade as NBA Jam or NBA Hang Time. It's kind of like, I almost say stuck in the middle. Not stuck, but it's more in the middle, but I would say closer to NBA Hang Time in terms of like, it's not a 5-on-5. It's a 1v1, 2v2, and at some point 3v3. I don't intend it to be a 5v5, which we'll see at some point. Not on mobile anyway. But and the pace is really fast, and that's not really the maybe it will be at some point. Need to see how the 1v1 against NPC goes, but no, the pace is faster with this one. And maybe I should increase the pace, by the way. Maybe. But I want it to be chill. On mobile it has to be chill. There's no controller, right? It's just your fingers to move the characters and to do things. On mobile it's more complicated, so I want it to be really like chill. You don't want to stress. When you play on your phone, when they play on their phone, people are not really gamers when they play on their phone. They may be, but the idea for me is to let them play short sessions. Play like, you know, chill. A little bit like this this stream. See if I now let's go back after I spent voluntarily like 1 minute and more on this game on NBA Hang Time. Now I'm going back here. Can I use that? Yes, probably. Yes. But let's go to 1v1. Which is not complete, but... Oh, that's interesting. Ah, yeah, it's not working because of my... there's a weird problem with my... it's not resetting. Anyway, 1v1. Yes, I hope I didn't destroy anything. No. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I get your point. I got your point. But, yeah, okay. Maybe it will. Maybe it will at some point, yeah, sure. But advanced version, I don't know. It feels different, but I got your point. And the NPC need to be way better than this. Oh, well, it's yellow, but the percentage is still there. I may have a chance to put it. It's way too much. Yeah, but the NPC need to be aggressive more. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, good job. Wow, that was fast. And I need to be able to steal as well now. Ah. Yeah. So I guess my answer is like advanced version. Maybe not, because if it was an advanced version, it would be arcade focused. Stupid NPC, yeah, tell me about it. NPC can't do shit. Yeah, before I release the next version, I definitely need to work on that. Maybe I will do that a little bit this afternoon, actually. I have to do that. But if I make the NPC more aggressive, why hours? What do you mean hours? What did I say? What did I say? I said a hour? What? So yeah, if I make the NPC more aggressive, it may end up being like more like what we just saw on the NBA Hang Time, probably. It's true. But it doesn't mean it's more advanced version, because, so like I was saying, it's like if it was a more advanced version, it would be like focused on really 1v1. That's it. No shoot around, no statistics, no, you know. But that's why you say advanced, but why does NPC keep a distance with the player? It should be, because yeah, I can fix that really easily. It's not a fix, it's just the way I set it up right now. Like sometimes my way of doing things is like, I want to have the system complete, it works, it's flexible, now I can take the time whenever I decide to take it to make it more tighter, for example. So I will do that. It's at this stage for the 1v1 against NPC, it's really a question of parameters and how to use the parameters more efficiently. Honestly, one could argue I could have worked on that before training. But sometimes that's how my mind works. I was like, okay, I work on 1v1 for a while, I'm tired of it, I want to do something else. Yeah, it's not the best, but I do that a lot. But yeah, the NPC, I will improve the NPC for the next version and the training will be part of it as well. So yeah. One member on Discord said like it's pity because the previous version of the NPC was tougher actually. It was fun, and now it's not fun anymore. It's pretty easy. It's true. Yeah, I will change that for sure. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. Yeah. But once the NPC is gonna be better. I'm really not worried about that. It's just a question of how clean I do that, right? What's worrying me, it's more about handling experience points and stuff like that. It's like it's related to monetization, so it takes time. Yeah, it's a wrong shot, of course. So okay. Let me focus on the UI, and I hope I answer your question regarding the whether this game is an advanced version or not. I think say it's an advanced version would be a little bit too a stretch. It's really different game still. It has one component of it, but it's still a different game. I can't believe I made all this stuff. Sometimes when I look at it, when I look back, it's like, wow, I did all the stuff, really. It's not like, wow, it's great. It's more like, wow, I worked so much for that, actually. I did a lot of stuff. Whew. And it's not finished. So, anyway. So the UI. So, let me check what kind of UI I had for some of the... So the drill zone. So for example, yes, so I have the time and I have this as well. So by the way, can I clean this? Sorry. Wow, not good. Am I catching a cold? I can't believe children and container get the position and size determined on their parents. Okay. What is that? It's a container. Okay, wait. Oh. What is that? Okay. That's a control, so... What did I do? Time override, style, panel, I don't care. Oh, I see. So what I'm gonna do is... Let me check if I can... Oh, I see. So I can't... Oh, yeah, right, because I put... Okay, okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a vertical box. I know what's going on. And I'm gonna change the minimum. Not working. Oh, yeah, it's working. Yeah, the problem is like, yeah, it's working, but... Oh, I don't like that. And I use a panel for that, and I see why. When the NPC being aggressive, the one-on-one will be more challenging. You can... Thank you, God bless you, yeah, thanks. Will be more challenging. You can implement the aggressive with smart way, yeah. Yeah, but it needs to be more aggressive now. But it's a question of parameters and how to use it more efficiently. I'm not worried anymore about that because I have the system now, so really not it's a question of how aggressive I want it to be. It's just a number game now. What's going on? How can I change that? And I don't like this actually. Oh. It's not it's a weird icon. Make commit. How can I change that? How can I change that? Because yeah, I changed the bottom one, and because of that now it's weird. What's weird is like I changed this one. Oh, I see what's going on. I know what's going on. If I do this, for example. Well, that's weird. So this one is going up. Why is that? Oh, I understand. Okay. You want to play that game? Fine, fair enough. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put you inside. There you go. And I'm gonna do this. And there we are happy. Okay. And actually I shouldn't even do that. That's not the right way to do. The right way to do is to put that over there. So that this one, if it takes space, it would take whatever I want. So I'm gonna put another box here. Spacer. And I'm gonna change the size here. Oh, ah, look at that. It's already done automatically. Fine. So that if this one do that, then it's automatic and it's clean. Yeah, I like it. Okay, good. So this one is done. It's not a big deal, but okay. So the time. I need the time. I need to show Yes. Portrait container, and that's how I did that. Oh, I see. How do I do that? Portrait no. Drill zone. Parent instruction container. Ah, okay, got it. Good. 2 landscape container. Landscape container, so it means okay. So I need to be careful on that. Not careful, but so I will do this. I need to keep this. So why do I need that, by the way, again? Don't think I need it. Let's have a look how to see. Drill zone, okay. Run ready. Instruction container. Yeah, this one is not good. It's maybe because with 888, okay. Oh. Time is fine, but I should show it in reverse. So timer is there. Playtime. Okay, let's see. Playtime. Okay. Sure. And then no, so that's why it's not good. No, it's good actually, because it's gonna restart again. But I need a flag, which is like, he's running. And he's running, I'm gonna set it to false initially. I don't know what to do with that, but no. If he's running, oh. So it's not consistent the way I use a local variable. Is running, then I will obviously do this, and this one should be plus. I'm not sure it's the right. I should do it that way, but let's see. Timer equal this. Okay, so now it's not running. I put false, right? Right. So I'm gonna run it only if resume. True. Message shown. True. Oh, careful. Plain true. Yes, that's fine. True. True. Okay. So now I need to make it false. It's false at the beginning, right? Yeah. I need to make it false when I'm gonna pause it. False. And training. Okay, cool. Now let's see how it works. And I probably need to show, to change the format of the time, because it can take more than one minute, I think. $60? What the hell? Yeah, but I'm so stupid. Of course, that's not what I should do. It's so stupid to do that like that. So stupid. I'm just gonna use the time. I don't know. I wanted to use the playtime the same as this one. But yeah, I don't even add the delta. I'm so stupid. I hate myself so much. That's the issue. Not using the delta. What do you expect if you don't use delta? Also, I should change the timer. So that's how I used to use it, but text to 0.030 anyway. So what's meaning? Yeah, well, I don't like that. I want to see something here. All right. So how do I do that? And I I don't like the format as well. Is there a way for me to... Yeah, of course there's a way for me to do that. So in that case, time panel is this. So in this, do I change the size for that? Yes. Kinda knew it. So let me increase that. And I'm sure I'm using... Oh, no, I'm not. And why is that? I want to send to the right. And I want to expand it. Can I? Shrink? No, 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 I don't want to shrink. Yeah. Expand, fill. Yep. So that one looks like more like something I want. Oh, okay, okay, got it. It makes sense. So actually, do I need to... Spacer 1. I'm gonna duplicate it, spacer 2, and I'm gonna put it over there so that I have some space. So actually I'm not even sure I need to space it too early. Yeah, I don't, I just need to specify it for this one. So the way I'm gonna use it's not the same as a... Yeah, okay, it's too big. And maybe it's better if I put this one over here. It's kinda doesn't follow what I usually have done so far, but that's okay. Like this? No, like this? No. Really? So if I do that, for example, yeah, okay, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it, but I'm just gonna... What's the position? It's 10. No, it's -10, okay. Ah, right. No, 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 it's not a big deal. It's not the best, I don't really like it, but... I made so many changes. Oh no. Okay. Drill zone, I changed it. Really? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so that's fine. So this one should be faster. Maybe it doesn't have to be that big, because let's say I'm doing this training over there. So 1 minute 60 seconds, I guess, should be three numbers. So yeah, it's too big for that. So let's change it in real time. 48. Uh, 56. Yeah. But again, chances are that it's gonna be a 100 or... Yeah, well, it's counterproductive. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna let the timer goes on. It looks like you sent me a message, but I don't see it because I see you trying to write on... Oh, I'm talking to your Osama. I see you trying to type typing on Discord, so I guess your message is not showing up on YouTube. I'm wondering why. Probably your connection. When the player presses the short button, that bar appears, showing the area where the cursor should stop. What if we add another bar further from the green zone, so that if the player managed to stop the cursor there, the player doesn't shoot. He doesn't throw the ball, he jumps and returns to the ground, then catch the ball with his hand and execute his throw, thus surpassing the opponent. What the hell? Okay, you need to let me check that because I'm not sure I got it. I have an idea. When the player presses the short button, okay, that bar appears, yes, showing the area where the cursor should stop. Sure. What if we added another area, which is already, like the yellow area, further from the green zone, okay, further, okay, so that if the player managed to stop the cursor there, the player doesn't shoot. He doesn't throw the ball, he jumps and returns to the ground. He doesn't throw the ball, but return to the ground, then catches the ball. But if he doesn't throw it, how can he catch the ball? Or you want to say he does throw the ball. He jumps, return to the ground, then catch the ball with his hand and execute his throw, thus surpassing the opponent. Not sure I understand. So he's throwing the ball or not? Okay, so now I can change that. I think it's way more, it's way enough. I'm gonna wait till it reaches 200, but that should be way, like, it's enough, I think. $200, please, 200. Yeah, so that's what I want to prevent. So I need to increase it a bit. Well, it's simple. I just need to do this. Yeah, so it shouldn't happen. Yes. I can even add it. Oh, you know what? 2 pixels. Aye. Alright, good enough. Eventually what I can do as well is to reduce. Oh, it's better. It's way better. So what I'm gonna complete this one. It's gonna be faster. And it's too fast. I need to wait a little bit more. Also. End of training. Yeah, of course. It's not waiting for anything. Yeah, it's waiting here. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna add like 1 full second. Try again. Escaped, right? Yeah, I knew it. It's a little bit too fast. 2 seconds will be fine. I didn't check. I wanted to check, I forgot. Okay, good. So now I can show the time, great. But one thing I need to do as well is to show this one over there. Round x upward toward positive infinity, returning the smallest whole number that is not less than x. That's not what I need right now, because I use it for something else, so... I don't remember how to do the format with the numbers. I think I do that for statistics. Stat manager? No. I don't remember. Versus stat. I don't know how to do that. How do you format it here? Okay. Good example of how I'm gonna use it quickly, since I don't know how to do that. I could check, but oh, okay. Oh, you made a video? Or is that Pump Factory? Ah, okay. Let me check. Well, actually, I see your message now. Let me check something first. Ah, yeah, you can't send video here, actually. Yeah. Okay. I just don't like. I wish I could have. I think I need a dedicated font that takes the space, the same amount of space every time. I don't like this. I think I'm gonna do that. I like, especially, I may need like some really like sports, whatever, font that use the same space every time. Right. I'm tired of those numbers. Like doing this like this. Well, anyway, so that's cool, but you know what? I want to make a break of whatever I'm doing, and I will check the video. And okay, pump fake. Okay. Oh, so you're talking about pump fake? Oh, but you can. It's not the same. Yeah, it's kind of like pump fake, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. It's a pump fake, so you can do pump fake in the game, but not as detailed like this, because now it starts to be a simulation. We talked about hang time, right? So I don't know if I want to make something as detailed as that, but get the ball, pump fake, up. Yeah. Perfect. That's what I see. So you can do pump fake in the game. It's not as aesthetic as Stephen Curry's pump fake, but one thing though. So why is this one so far from? Well, that's a lot. It's in portrait, right? Hmm. So basically what you're telling me is like to change the way pump fake is actually executed right now. Is that your point? Yeah, so it's showing up over there when it's landscape, right? Well, that's fine, but I think that's what it is. Alright, I think. I'm focused, I'm not talking anymore, but yeah, okay. Yeah, that's clean. So I would show the information here. Okay. And the size, it's fixed. So for example, yeah, it's fixed. I think that works. Okay, so I need to change the font, but that's not a priority. It works already, but I guess I want to make some fonts. Maybe not now. This one, I need to change the message, and the message should be based on the action that need to be done. And also I need to add more information than that, right? So what information, for example? I'm not trying to mimic the movement exactly, yeah, as they are in reality. I mean, you can do a camouflage move, show and show off for TinyHoopers, yeah. Now I got your point. I mean, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the current pump fake is like you shoot and you have to stop really quick actually. There's no way to nudge to, like, for example, do something like this and keep it and be able to control. It's like, it's really quick actually. There's no way to yeah, I got your point. Yeah, it's something that can be added. Like you could do a quick pump fake, like just quick, or you could do one that's like go as far as whatever. And if you do that in the specific area of the bar, like really farther, like. But the one of the issue maybe is like if I maintain long enough, the character is gonna shoot actually, or it's gonna be mid-air already. So that's the thing. So where currently the way I am activating pump fake is like where I'm at the limit of the character is about to shoot. So that's the situation right now. So I will have to do something else, I think. If, for example, if I release the button very early, then sure, that's something, then I can do whatever I want. But it needs to be early, not too late. If it's too late, the character is already jumping. So you need to decide in advance, okay, I want to do pump fake, so you're gonna push and just stop the bar, the cursor, really like early somewhere, I don't know. So let me show, for example. Energy bar, no, it's not level, how do I call this one? Shot bar? Shooting bar? I don't remember. System bar? No. Shot meter, okay. So for example, so the bar, I think it starts from here. I think. Let me double check quickly. I don't remember. Yeah, it starts from the very beginning. So it starts from here. Or here, or whatever. Yeah, start. So the idea would be to have the pump fake whatever area over here. Not here, it's too late. The character is gonna will be jumping already from this area or something like that. And I don't want to change that. But if I have something early, like wherever, and if I release before the shoot, it's a normal pump fake. If I release it even before, or I can change it so that okay, where is the pump fake? Let me double check that. And I'm gonna take a video for that we can see, and we're gonna take a video of for the 3-point shoot. Yeah, 3-point shooting. Let's do that. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, so okay, and I'm gonna stop. And then I'm gonna open this. So okay, so it's already jumping. Yeah, so that's the unless I add some kind of buffer before, make sure it's not jumping, but then it's gonna slow down the shooting motion like way too much. I should do that. Maybe it's gonna. Ah, no, it's not. To have more granularity. So I think, yeah, it's too complicated. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep it simple. But what could be done is like when doing the pump fake, depending on whatever scale or that you have, maybe the pump fake is not the simple one that we have. For example, if I still have it, yeah. So yeah, actually, so that's the motion. Actually, the shot bar appears once the animation. Yeah, so the shot bar doesn't show up because it's just an animation of the shot, actually. Yeah, so that's the thing. The shot bar shows up only when the shot motion is considered as complete. Like the shot motion is like come from the bottom, and that the shot motion animation stop from there. And from there, it's like, okay, need to jump. It should be there actually, but and once it's there, it's like, okay, we're in the shooting. We passed the shooting motion, so now we're jumping, and we show the shot meter. So what I said before with the animation or whatever, it's like the bar is not showing up yet at this stage. It's showing up only when the shot motion is over. So that's the issue. Yo, Tuki Warabi. What's up? So but maybe should change the pump fake animation. Not change it, but add something more like, if you're really good at pump faking, for example, I don't know how to make it a thing, but then the animation could be different, more slowing down, or more slow. I don't know, slower. Yeah. So I need to decide what I'm gonna do with this. Okay. So, and actually I think I should probably change the yeah, I probably want to have be able to have some colors. So for example, so if I reach text edit icon, so I put it over here. So this one I don't need, and yeah, I need to specify the size and stuff like that. Huh? What did I do? Okay. So that's fine, but I need to specify the maximum size for this one. And what did I put for this one? Oh, I didn't put any. Oh, I see. So it means that if I do this... Okay. Alright. So... But I think I should specify a size. So meaning like I don't need this one, I want to keep this one. Great. Because by using a rich text label, I can also change colors of things. Like for example, make so mid-range. Actually, it's not. Do I need that? No, yeah, I need it. Okay. For example, I can do this, so that will be very important. All right, so rep 1 out of 1, for example. Okay, so it means that it's gonna be. Can I center it? Should I center it? I don't know. How should I present that? And it should be restriction level. I'm gonna rename this one, so I don't need this. And also up. Okay. The good thing is I can use icon now. I did a bunch of icons, but I don't remember which one. Not. Bang. Ah no, I didn't add that. Yes, I did. Which icon? Text and how? Not mark. Okay, well, let's use not mark. It should be bang actually. I think that's shorter. See, I can add those kind of things now. So those are customized icon that I did. I can do whatever I want. Isn't it great? I don't know if I need this kind of stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna hide it for now. So I need the rep, and I need... What else do I need? I need maybe the title. It's not important, but so for example, Poppy's layup drill. Poppy's layup drill. And then maybe I put it over there. I'm gonna put a color just quickly, just to test. Color sucks. Can I change the line size? Oh. Yeah, well, I don't need that, so... no, I can't change the line 8. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine for now. But I could also... I don't know, how should... Let me see... Mission UI game. It's kind of like a mission, you know. But not a big menu, something that's gonna keep showing up on the... And there's two types of information. I don't need that. Make a mid-range, so yeah, I may need to have the color just for that. Just want to check activity. How is my laptop? My laptop looks like it's doing okay right now. I'm kind of surprised. Poppy's area of drill. 1 out of 3, okay. The less the better. But then there's the left side, right? Should I put the total? I'm thinking way too much. Then if it's like this, it's like up. I don't know actually. Why is it not showing up? Why it is not showing up? That's interesting. Oh, because I set it over there. Yeah, that's why. I need to see how it looks like. Oh. Why is it showing that? Doesn't make sense. Oh. Huh? No, I don't understand. I don't... Ah, I changed it for this one. Oh no, that's not great. Okay. Okay, so that's okay for this one. So this one, that's the other one I want to change. Okay. No, I don't want to use this one, I want to use mine. Alright, good. Okay, okay, so let's say it's more like this. Not that bad. Poppy's layup drill 1 out of 6. Make a mid-range fadeaway shot or whatever. Make a layup, but and then maybe I should have like a pop-up initially, like follow each cones, blah blah blah, and finish. Yeah, okay, maybe that would work actually. And then I have just currently where I am, and then tell me what I have to do. Make a mid-range fadeaway shot. Okay. And it's not fadeaway shot anymore. It could be actually. Could be fadeaway shot. It's true. It's true. And then I just show here when you succeed and when you fail. And maybe here or somewhere else. Yeah, maybe somewhere else. Like it was not like that was not a layup, or you miss the turn or whatever. Okay, I could do that. Okay, I think it's time for me to go out a little. It's been 3 hours and a half of stream. It's already too much for me. But that was I don't know if it was efficient, but the training works, the time works. It was not complicated, and I think I kind of have an idea of what to do here. The way to do is probably not the best, but still thinking about it. And the font is not great. I need a better font. Alright, that was another stream, 3 hours and a half or so. Yeah. And it's what time is it right now? It's 11 o'clock. Started at 7:30. Yeah, I was focused, I guess, a little bit. I just need to figure out how to show that really properly. This one. Maybe have another one. Maybe have another. When I fail, I should show somewhere pretty clear, like what went wrong, what I need to do. I think so. And I need to decide that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that will be it for... Oh, that's part... Ah, yes, because I changed it, so that's why. Okay. It's because I changed it. Yeah, okay, makes sense. So yeah. Time to go to eat a little bit for me. Take a break. Quick break. And I'll be back for next week on Thursday. Maybe I'll think about maybe do more stream twice a week. Maybe I'll think about it. I think it's I don't think it's that much of a heavy things to do. Twice a week would be fine, yeah. Twice a week. They don't have to be long, at least if the minimum is 2 hours, which is totally, so far I've been doing 2 hours. And minimum, unless when they're facing some issues. But 2 hours per stream. every day, I don't know if every day I could do it, and actually the timing is probably not the best. The time I'm doing it. I think when I'm doing it, everybody's sleeping. So probably need to do that on the night, at night. Yeah, see you at the next live, Usama. Thanks again for joining the stream. Yes, time to go. Alright, thanks again. See you next week. Take care, enjoy the weeks. Bye.